Well, we're all loaded up and we're getting out of Dodge.
Yep, we're going to head to Wyoming and meet up with some other friends there, see who's still there.
Yep.
Some of them been there for a week and some of them been there for most of the summer, I think.
Yeah.
So we're heading to, what town are we heading to?
Shoshone, Wyoming.
Shoshone, Wyoming.
So it's south of Thermopolis, kind of the middle of the state.
Yeah. So we're going to hit the road. Come along. Let's see what we can find.
Let's go.
The city lights and the crazy nights. Figure I should probably give it a try. Maybe check it out, see what it's all about. But the traffic was fast and the money was slow. The people I met you never get to know. I kinda miss this place I used to live back home.
Making it to Wyoming. There's a Wyoming sign and somebody's there taking their picture.
Get their picture taken.
Wyoming. Is that a Super C?
I think so.
That would be a Jeep pump. I don't know what it is. Super C.
Got a Jeep up trailer. Till we get the new program, we gotta stop so often. You can't really tell, but the pickup's lifted up in the air here a little bit because it's heated up. The tow bar's up a little bit.
Tow bar's up just a little bit. So there's the level.
So we just gotta reach it and turn the ignition on, and then it'll re-level it. Now it's back to ride height.
Pretty cool.
So that's the program that they're supposed to be getting fixed, and they said we should have it any day. So hopefully it'll show up before our next drive day.
And now
the tow bar is a little bit better angle.
Better angle. And that was 75 miles, give or take.
Yep.
I guess the slow life, it can just ride like a bonfire on a cool night. Yeah, you can keep your 9 to 5, 'cause I'm happy with the simple life. Tired of feeling like a small fish in a big pond. I think I'll go back where I came from, where everybody knew my name, and all my friends are still the same. I guess the slow life hit me just right, like a bonfire on a cold night. Hell, you can keep your 9 to 5, 'cause I'm happy with the simple life.
This is the beauty of being able to pivot. So, yesterday on the road, we had decided we're going to stay at an RV park in Shoshone, Wyoming, because some of our other friends are there, and we thought it might be a little tight, and we don't really love RV parks if we have the option of, state parks or boondocking, but we decided let's go ahead and give it a try. Well, we pulled in, and it wasn't for us. Let's just put it that way. We were just about into the road, and the slides were almost to the neighbors because it was some of those buddy sites. And then our front door would have been walking out to the neighbor's door that we didn't know. And it just wasn't ideal for us. So we knew that another friend was here boondocking outside near a lake, but I wasn't sure too much about where it was. And so I called her up and I asked Bethany, hey, you guys got room by you? And she said, oh, there's plenty of room. Y'all come down. So about 20 minutes from the original campground, That's a lake back there. And there's a beach over here. And a covered picnic pavilion. And it's free. This is where we want to be. This is Laurel's first time in the water. She's being a good girl. What are you doing, Scott?
Fixing some solar wires. What are you doing, Ashley?
Watching you fix solar wires.
Making some extensions, portable solar panels.
Extensions for panels. Look at that. So we have solar up there, and now we have solar here for when we are boondocking here.
Probably not most efficient because I got way more wire than I need. It'd be better to be more efficient, but for portable panels, I think it'll work.
We'll give it a try anyway. Plugging it in. This is our first time using it.
Right.
We have an audience here.
Through a box here into the side of the rig. So I'm going to pull up my Victron app before I turn it on just to see what it does. Auxiliary solar. Hey, Loki. So green lights means off. I guess red is on. 44 volts. We'll see what it does. The problem might not be at the perfect angle or anything either, but
Oh,
there we go. 450, 8. Yeah, it's bouncing. 400 watts. Like I said, they're not at the perfect angle. And they're not the perfect everything, but an extra 500 watts isn't too bad. 475.
Not too bad.
Not too bad. Those are 3 220 watt panels, so should be 660 max. So we're getting 475. That's not too bad.
I think it's pretty good.
See how that works. Well, we are at Lake Camawait, and I screwed up and deleted a bunch of my videos. So I'm going to kind of go back over what we did. We got in here on Tuesday, and we were planning on going, Ashley mentioned we were planning on going to Campground up in Shoshone. And when we got there, we were a little disappointed. The map showed that there was a dog park, and there definitely was not a dog park. This is the area that they have on their map as the dog park. I mean, I guess that if you call that a fence, it's a fence, but... And then there's kind of a cliff going up over there. And they're pretty tight spots on the back ends over there. It said they were 50-foot long spaces. In the back end spots, they weren't 50-foot long spaces. We actually requested a back end spot that was close to the dog park that was on the map, and Ashley talked to the person, and she said okay, she'd get us set up with that. Then they texted us back and said they were going to upgrade us to a pull-through site instead because it was longer and would be more space for us. They never told us that they didn't actually have a dog park there, but that's okay. But when we got in, we realized that the spots were pretty tight together, and we weren't super happy with the, pull-through spots. Our front door was right next to somebody else's front door, and it was a little bit tighter. With the dogs, they weren't super happy with it. So we pivoted and we came out here to this lake, and we've been boondocking here, and it is amazing. Much nicer, much happier here. So this is great. Beautiful, beautiful spot. The dogs are doing good. Our friends Bethany and Rob, they were camped over here. They pulled out this morning.
There go our friends, the roving veterans. Check out their channel.
Thursday, a big group of us decided to rent some tubes and go on a tubing expedition down the Wind River, which actually turns into the Bighorn River. So we went going to go on a tubing expedition. We got our rental tubes. They dropped us off at the river to inlet. Unfortunately, when I got in my tube, it was not very stable. I didn't feel real comfortable or confident in it. So I chose to do a 4-mile hike back to the pickup and let them all go on the tubing expedition. I got to the pickup and then went and tried to find places where I could get videos of them as they were going down the river. That worked out pretty good. They had a great time, and I had a good time trying to find them and getting some videos of everything. So it worked out just fine between all of us. Also this week, I did get my updated firmware for the pickup for the LiquidSpring. So they sent me the file. It was actually 2 files, and I had to download them on a thumb drive. I had to get a special adapter so I could plug the thumb drive into the USB-C, and it was actually pretty easy to upgrade. Unfortunately, again, I lost some of my footage, so I didn't get a video of the whole thing, but it was a pretty easy upgrade. So on my pickup, I ended up mounting my controller up here on the dash, and then basically I had to start the truck up. And as soon as we got to that screen, I plugged in the controller with the USB into the plug in the back of this. There's a USB-C in the back of the controller here. And it popped right up, said there's a firmware upgrade. Asked me if I wanted to do the upgrade. I said yes. And it went through the process of doing the upgrade. It took maybe 5 minutes, something like that. And then when it was all done, I needed to have the truck on a level surface. And on that level surface, it would do a new calibration. So the calibration consists of, if you watch the LiquidSpring video, basically it lowers the truck all the way down, checks where it's at, raises the front, raises the back, raises the back, if it goes up and down, does its thing, checks all the system. You have to have it on a level ground, you have to have the steering wheel straight. So it went through and did its calibration. That took another 5-10 minutes, if that, and then everything seems to be working good so far. So the process now on towing it is that we will use the True Earth leveling system, So when we get ready to get it hooked up, which we'll show you, we'll set it in the true earth leveling, and the truck will, instead of raising up like it does when it gets hot, it'll actually keep at the one spot and stay there all the time. It'll still have the soft suspension, but it won't raise up like it did prior, where we have to get out, turn the ignition on, and let it readjust itself every so often. It should be able to flat tow and stay at the right level. The only thing that I'm not sure about is I was told that when we put it in that true earth leveling, we want it on fairly flat level ground. So most of the time when I hook up, we're not on flat level ground. We'll see how that goes. It'd be nice if instead of using true earth leveling, they had another option where it would just automatically set the shocks at their 50% ride height and then maintain that. But that's the system they got it for right now. So we're going to test that out when we hit the road here later in the week, and we'll see what goes from there. So that's where we're at so far this week. We've been having a great time. We actually went out Sunday night, watched some football with our friends. We've had a great time with some great friends. That's where we've been so far. And look at this sunset. It is just beautiful. Beautiful spot.